Hello everyone, this is Stephanie. Welcome to another video. Today we're going to do this earring to go with the Crazy for Pearls necklace, which is actually Victorian chic, exactly Victorian chic necklace. Only I've just replaced it with some of these really cool pearls, and I will show you. I'm not going to make the necklace, but because I think you could look through the Victorian chic videos. There are 3 of them, 3 parts. Just fast forward through the parts that are, wordy, or that where I'm, talking about other things and digressing and such. If you go through that, you will find the entire necklace. It's made exactly the same way. If you want me to do a video just on the pearls, leave me some comments, and I'll do a quick one on the pearls. But I think you can get it from the 3 other videos. You're just gonna have to hunt a little bit, but not too much, and who knows, you might be lonely one day and you might want to just listen to me talk for 3 videos. Okay, anyway, I wanted to share with you these really cool pearls and beads that I got, because they're a little different. They're not teardrops. So these, first of all, the pearls are 4mm Swarovski pearls, and they're white. Okay, and they're so those are pretty common. We're using 4mm Bicones, and what I wanted to show you on the Bicones is I for the first time, I've never tried them before. I tried Preciosa Czech crystal Bicone, and they're beautiful. They're not that much cheaper than Swarovski, actually, but they're really pretty. And this color, if you want to make this necklace, I'm going to write it all in the description box, but I'll just run through it real quickly. It's called Crystal Valentinite. I think that's right. And it's a 4mm Bicone. And I got the same color in a 3mm Bicone. Okay, I'm trying to see if there's a number on here. There's just an order number, so I don't know if it has a particular number, but it's a 3mm crystal Valentinite Preciosa Czech crystal Bicone. Okay, so we're using those. I've used, these are so cool. So we're Preciosa right now. These drops here, right here. Pull up a little bit. Okay, I'm going to put some out in my hand because I just want to share these with you because I love these. See, these are great because these are also Preciosa, and they're not teardrops. The hole is vertical from top to bottom, and they are also the same crystal Valentinite Preciosa Czech crystal pear bead, like a pear. They're shaped like a pear, the fruit, and these are 10.5 by 7mm. Okay, I'm going to put it all in the description box, so don't worry if you want to use them. Now, what's so great about these is I always look for beads that I can use several ways. So that's why a lot of my jewelry is either gray or gold or combinations, and then I put some little colors in, or it's crystal. I try to make, and then I sort of accent with color. When I want something that's super colorful. I'm generally more of the, silver gray, bronzy, of course you can tell if you've watched my videos. But anyway, this is the pear-shaped crystal, and what's so cool about it is that one side is gray. I hope you can see that. Let me see if I can pull my lights in a little bit more. Let's see, come on light, there you go. And the other side is kind of a it's like a dark gold, which is so cool because that way you can use this same bead with gold or bronze or like the warm color seed beads, and it's got that color in it. So I can put gray, which I love complementary colors. I just do. I think they're so pretty. Or opposites on the color wheel. I love putting dark and like a warm color and a cool color together, that sort of thing. I like that combination. I did it on this bracelet. See, there's kind of a warm silver in there, and then there's the dark, the sort of very cool hematite. So I do like putting warm and cool together, and that's what this is. It's warm and cool together. So that way I can use these beads whether I'm using silver or gold, which is great, or black or silver, or black or gold, so you know, or bronze. So these are so cool, and look how shiny they are. They're just so pretty. So I'm very impressed, and I'm impressed with the holes on them. They're not really rough. They're not quite as smooth as, let's say, a Swarovski drop. They're not sort of polished on top, but they're so close. I mean, I would definitely, if I could get more of these in lots of colors, I would have them, because I just think it's a great drop. So that was something I wanted to share with you, as far as you know, if you're looking for something that you can use that has more than one use. And these little beads here that we're going to use in the earring they're Swarovski 11 by 8 pear-shaped pearls. So I'm going to open this little container and I'm going to show you. They're not teardrops. These are pear-shaped, and they're really sort of bulbous, and they're shaped. It looks like a little pear. And look how pretty pearls glow against your skin. I mean, you know, everybody's said to me over the years, because I've not been a pearl lover, but people have said to me, if you put pearls against your skin, it just makes your face glow. So I mean, I can always use a little bit of a glow on my face, especially the older I get, the more I need to glow. So these, I think, look at that, they're gorgeous. They're like moonlight, and it's a I don't know if I said that it was an 11 by 8 Swarovski pearl pear, and I love it. Look at it. It's so pretty. It just shows up so nicely when you put this on. It looks so pretty on the neck. If my camera wasn't fixed, I would turn it on myself, and I would show you how pretty that looks around your neck. So these are some of the beads that, you know, I just think are so cool that I haven't used before. So Preciosa is new for me. I haven't used Preciosa, and I just wanted to share that with you. So okay, so we're going to make the earrings today. So I'm going to give you the materials list for them, and I'll do it right now because it's very small. So you need 2 of those Swarovski pear-shaped pearls, and again, they are 11 by 8. You're going to need 2 of those Preciosa pear-shaped crystals in the Valentinite color, and these are 10.5 by 7. Okay, so there you go. You're going to need some seed beads, and I didn't take, here we go. Okay, so you need 11 metallic dark bronze seed beads. So there they go. Okay, you're going to need another very cool little bead, which I use a lot, but I don't really talk about, that I think everybody should have in their stash, is the this is a Swarovski 3mm crystal metallic light gold 2X. Now I don't know what the 2X means. Maybe it's twice as shiny, because look at that. But this is an awesome bead because it's light gold, but it doesn't really look gold. It has, again, look how it goes with that. It's got sort of a gold, but yet it has a little, like a coolness to it. It's hard to explain, but it just goes beautifully with that sort of goldish, or bronzy color. So it's called light gold, but it doesn't really look like light gold. But I use these so often, but just a little, I buy a pack of, I'll buy a pack of 50, and it'll last me for a really long time because I only used, 1 or 2. So we're just using, I think, 4 of them in the earrings. So I'll plop those out, even though we don't need all those. Okay, so we've got we're going to need some size 15.0 here, 15.0 seed beads, and these are dark gold, metallic dark gold. I use these a lot if you watch my videos. So those are just going to be for the little picot on the bottom here. I'm not going to go rummaging through my boxes right now, but you're going to need 2 gold hooks. Now these are gold filled. earring hooks, and they're just like shepherd's hooks, I guess. And I really like these a lot. They're very simple, but they look really pretty on. Okay, so I think we're good. So we've got our little bicones. We've got, oh, wait a minute. We're going to need, believe it or not, we're going to be using those little beads that I call Heishi, but they're not Heishi. They're, I looked up the name, and I believe it's he/she. And I apologize to all my Native American friends, because it is a Native American bead, and I apologize for mangling the name. It's such a gorgeous bead. I love that little he/she. I've been calling it a Heishi forever. Nobody's corrected me, which was very nice of you. So we're actually doing the sort of the chrome or the silver color, and there are 4 of them, and they're just sort of in the edge right here. And it's funny how that little bit of the chrome or silver, oh, and right here, you know, it just looks nice. It just gives a little cool pop to it, and you really don't see it, but you know, all together it looks nice. Okay, so you're gonna need that. All right, so that's it. Those are your materials. So gather up your stuff. I'll grab my earring hooks, and we'll get started making these earrings. Okay, we're back. I found my ear wire. I made 1 earring, and we're going to make the mate to that. Here are the other 2. And the reason I'm making the same earring is that I know my friend is going to take them as soon as she sees them, so I thought I'd make her a pair before that happens. So anyway, I wanted to also show you the gray one. So I want to make the whole necklace in gray with these beautiful gray Pear beads. I just love them. I just love the dark gray. And again, that same crystal goes with the gray that goes with the white and the sort of bronzy gold color. Now it's hard to see the beads. I tried darker beads around this gray, and I didn't like the darker beads, so I went with the lighter ones that look like teeny tiny pearls, and when you wear them, they really show up beautifully. It's just hard to, you know, tell on camera that they show up. They're really pretty. So I'm gonna make that set eventually, and I'll put it on Facebook. So that's just another idea. So let's get started with this one. So I've got a size 10 beading needle, and I've got some 8-pound Fireline, about an arm span. Probably need less. You really don't need a lot of thread for this project. So pick up your pearl and go through the bottom like you're putting on a stop bead. Leave yourself about a 6-inch tail or so you can hold on to it, because you're going to want to hold that tail for a little bit. And then take 11 of your metallic bronze. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. One more. 11. Okay. So I'm just going to go up to the bottom of the pearl, kind of like a stop bead, and I'm just going to pull them around the pearl. Now, give both ends a pull. It's going to be loose for a while. Now, just a word about how many beads to use. I'm using Miyuki seed beads here, size 11/0. I tried it with Toho, which were very uneven for some reason, and it took more beads. So Toho beads 11/0s, I guess any size, are just a little bit bigger than Miyuki. So you might, if you're using Toho, you might have to, or another brand, you might have to adjust the size, the amount of beads that you put on either side. So it should look, you should have, the same amount of space I have. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I'm just going to go back up through the bottom of the pearl, and now I've got both sides covered. Oh, and I got a wonky seed bead right there. Look at that guy. I didn't even look at that. That is a wonky seed bead. So let's see if we can get rid of that wonky seed bead. And I'll show you. This happened to me once before, and I'm surprised because it's Miyuki, but I'm just going to take this one off right here, and I didn't even notice it when I put it on. Look at this guy. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like all bent. It's all out of shape. So that goes in the reject pile. I'm just going to take another seed bead. And so look at your beads. Lately, I've been getting some really strange, strange beads. So okay, so here we go. So we're going to pick that up, and we're going to put that, go around to the other end of the pearl. Okay, so now we have both sides. I'm putting my needles on for a second. So that's the kind of spacing you want on it. Okay, because we're going to put a little crystal in the top of the bottom there. All right? So you're holding the bottom, your tail, and it's loose right now. So you're just going to go back down. See how loose it is? But you can tighten it up, which is so great. See, just pull. And we're going to go back down. I'm going to go around to the bottom, to the end of these beads. So I'm going through. Just stop when you get to the end of those 11 beads. Okay. And then, give the bottom a little tug. Hold it snugly. Give the top a little tug. The thread a little tug. And see, there you are. You're going to pick up a 3mm, and you're going to just go up the beads on the other side. So attach that 3mm like so. Okay, it's going to sit right in there between the two rows at the bottom of the pearl. Go all the way up. Okay. Trying to keep myself in frame. It's kind of hard to hold such a small thing. Though it's not a tiny earring, it really isn't. It's a nice size, but it's not. It's sort of an elegant size. It's not over the top, and it's not too small. Okay, so there you go. So now you see you're still loose, so you can just pull your tail at that point if you like. You can wrap it around your finger, whatever is comfortable. It's going to be a little loose at first, so I kind of just play with it a bit. So take another 3mm. So you're going around again, and the more times we go around, the tighter that it's going to get. So there you go. That through. Here we are. Go around until you come out that 3mm at the bottom. Okay? So I'm going to pull that through. There you go. So here I am. I've come out of the 3mm. So if I put this down, you see I'm going to pull in a little bit so you can really see what's going on. So that's what we have. All right, so now what you're going to do is you're going to take I'm going to pull these over here, a Heishi bead, 5 15-ohs, let's make sure I don't have 6. I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another Heishi. To take my crystal and 3 more 15-ohs. Okay, I'm just going to put this down, and I'm going to slide those beads down. Okay, so this is what you have right there. All right. I mean, this is how fast it is. I'm going very slow. I mean, when you're doing this, you're going to probably go a lot faster. Okay, go up through past the 3 15-ohs, you're making a little picot. Go up through the Heishi, the crystal, and then the Heishi. Put on my frame, yes. Put on 5. $15-ohs and a Heishi, and you don't know how many times I kept putting on 5 of the 15-ohs and no Heishi. Like an amazing amount of times that I've had to take it out. At any rate, so if you do ever have that problem, you're not alone. Like if you keep forgetting one thing over and over again. So I'm going to come back through that 3mm. And that's going to give us our drop. See? Easy. So then I want you to come up through your 11 O's. Just keep come up. Okay. Got our tail caught, so I'm going to pull the tail out. And I want you to come through the 11O at the top. So do you see how we're going around and around? And that way it kind of it reinforces everything. There's one thing I do want to do, because it's bugging me a little, because I don't want to cut the tail off completely because we're going to sew it in, but it's just bugging me. It's just a little too it's a little too long for me. Okay, so here we are. We're up at the top. We're going to take, and I'm going to look at this. Okay, we're going to take Heishi 7 15-O's. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a Heishi. I'm sorry, Heishi. See, now I'm going to keep saying, you know, I don't know what I'm going to call that bead, but it's a gorgeous bead anyway. I'm just going to go around that 3mm. Okay, so that makes our loop for our ear wire. I'm going to go up the Heishi, hold that, and 3 of the 15-O's. I'm going to go down, I'm going to skip the 4th one. See that right there? I'm going to skip number 4. And I'm going to go down the other 3, the Heishi, and pull. Just pull it gently. And that just sort of pop that middle bead. If you push it, it will sort of make a little point out of it when we come around. So then I want you to come through the 3mm. You don't have to do that. It's just, you know, it's just kind of it looks kind of pretty having that little kind of pretty little edge there. And then I want you to go down through your 11 O's again. So see how we're going around and around? Down. Keep going down. Go through your 3mm. Now it would be really smart to go and let's reinforce this drop because it's a pretty heavy bead. So go down. Okay. Come up through your picot. So that means you have to come up through each bead. 2, 3, and I'm coming back up through the crystal and the Heishi bead, and I could feel how much tighter everything is getting right now. Okay, I'm going to come through the 15-O's. Turn this around a little bit. So come through the 15-O's. Okay. And then through the Heishi bead, through your 3mm, whoops, and then back up. Okay, come back up again. So don't go through that 3mm at this point. So here we are at this point where we've got our earring pretty much done. So we're going to just come out of that 11O, and I want you just to move that back a little bit and come down out of, just bring it down through the pearl again, okay? All right, and at this point, we want to just sort of we've reinforced. The sides are pretty tight. Everybody looks pretty good here. Our little beads are all in place. So, I mean, if you see, there's a little thread right there. Maybe go through, make a little half-hitch knot, and then come back up gently. Come back up the pearl. So you've kind of knotted it, and you bring it in the pearl. But don't pull too tight, otherwise it's going to come out of the top. So you're knotted off there, and that's good. You can do another, you can like come up and go, you can go back around your beads and put more knots in. I think at this point it's okay. I'm going to stop here just because, I don't want to spend the whole video reinforcing, but so here we are. I see like a little thread poking out there, and I'm trying to figure out what that is. Is that my, let's see. Ah, there we go. Okay, so my thread was a little loose there. So let's just, oh, that's nice and tight now. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm going to burn that off. Come on, you. Doesn't want to come off. I have to put it down on my mat and try that again. There we go. Okay, so that was good. That was just the little end that was attached to the needle. I just didn't pull it in all the way, and once I pulled it in, it pulled the thread down and it was fine. So here we go. Here's your earring so far. Now what we're going to do is we're going to, and you're pretty good. It's pretty, it's not going to move. It's pretty tight. Maybe you want, if you want to, you can go around, if you have the thread, go around a couple of times, and or even 3 or 4 times. And the more you go around, the tighter they get. Like these are, really tight. Some of them, so the more you go around, the tighter it is. But it's really going to stay in place right now. It's pretty good. So there you go. Little earrings all over the place. Excuse me. So I want to get this ear hook on, and my ear hook, I've had these for a long time. These are gold-filled ear hooks, and it's got a tiny, tiny little loop there. So I have no problem taking that tiny little loop and just taking my round nose pliers, and I'm going to sort of wiggle my way in that loop and get that loop. So I'm sort of, what I want to do, I don't want to scratch it, but I want to get it up. I want to make the loop bigger. That's what I want to do. Now if I had a bigger loop, an ear wire with a bigger loop, that would be great, but I don't. And it's not going to fit around there. So here you go. I've gone and just made it a bigger loop. So now I'm going to just straighten it out a little bit and get my flat nose pliers. Give it a little. So there, so I've taken that little tiny loop and I've made it a big one. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to put my little earring in, and then I'm going to close it. And we have an earring. There you go. It's another pair. Okay, so that's it. Here are your earrings. Put them down. Here's another pair, which will be gone tomorrow when I see my girlfriend. And I'll have to make the other one to this one. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you make the, here I'm going to pull the necklace out just to remind you that this all, and I'm going to pull, let me pull out a little bit. Okay, so here we go. I'll move my seed beads out of the way. on, you guys. So here's the earrings. Here's the necklace. It's a really nice combination. It looks great together. This little bracelet I'm working on, which I don't know, you know, it's just a little component. I'll give you a quick look. So it's that, and I was originally going to make a bracelet out of it and have it wrap around, but I decided this is sort of a complicated component. I have to work on it a little bit, but I think maybe I'd make several of them. Who knows? Maybe make an earring, maybe make a necklace. Who knows? I don't know, but it's just something that I've been playing with, and so I thought I'd just show that to you as well. So there you have it. There's your Crazy for Pearls earrings. Here's your necklace. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.